All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to answer the question of what the heck is going on with our real estate market. Should I sell my house now? Should I buy another one? Are the rates coming down? Is this even a good time to sell? What the heck is going on? So we have our stats update for January 2024. Happy New Year. All right, guys, as always, my name is Charles Kimball Barrett. I am the team leader for Team Kimball here at Exp Realty, and today we're going to answer all those questions. But first, I do want to say thank you to our sponsor, Team Title. Actually, they're not really sponsoring the video like regular YouTubers. We're shooting in their actual university, in their classroom. This is Team University, and they actually do a lot of education for agents and things like that. So I find it very fitting we go into these numbers. But anyway, let's jump into our stats. The main thing we're going to look at right now is what is happening with our market, what happened with our home value, what's the supply, what does the demand look like, and then what can we do with that information? If I'm looking to sell my house, is it the right time to actually put it on the market? Is it affordable for me to turn into a buyer? Or if I'm a first-time buyer, is it right for me to even purchase in this market? There's a lot of rumors speculating about rates coming down. They've actually fallen a little bit from last month, and we're gonna find out what's going on with this crazy real estate market. Let's dive into the numbers. All right, guys, looking at inventory, we are definitely down. We're down 6.4% year over year. And 2022 was like the lowest ever. And then 2023 was even lower than that. So when it comes to inventory, we're still really low. So this brings us actually to our next stat, which is kind of holding firm. Our next stat is average sales price. Now, we've had an increase from 2022 to 2023 in our average sales price. We've actually gone up 8.5%. So in this crazy market where the rates have risen the highest ever, the affordability has been the worst it's ever been, the average sold home has gone up 8.5% from last December to this December that just happened, 2023, a month ago. So what does that tell you? When it comes to supply and demand, it's kind of like toilet paper. So even though the prices went through the roof, you couldn't find any, the inventory is still so low, it's actually pushing the price up, which is crazy because it's so much more expensive. So the next stat we're going to look at is the affordability index. Now, this is the opposite of prices, right? This is how affordable it is to purchase a home. So if I'm a buyer coming into this market, I've seen a 5.7% drop in how affordable a house is. It's becoming less and less and less affordable to purchase a home. So what does that mean? Well, for me as a real estate agent, what I'm seeing is a lot of people that are buying already have a home to sell. I'm not seeing as many first-time home buyers as I once did just because it's so hard. And the first-time home buyers I do see are very diligent, disciplined, and saving money, or they have they've just been blessed to be in a particular industry that is thriving during this time. So the average first-time home buyer is not the same as what it used to be. So what that tells me is that there's a ton of buyers, which is what they talk about when they say this pent-up demand. I have so many people who want to buy a house, but for some people, it just doesn't make sense. The next thing we're going to look at are months of supply. When it comes to our months of supply, we want to have 3 to 6 months of supply. Now, you don't have to worry about the details of what all this stuff means, but ultimately you want the number to be between 3 and 6. And we've been hovering in the low 3s for a very long time, even though the prices have gone up, even though it's harder to purchase. The demand has still been pretty solid, but what's happening is there just hasn't been a ton of homes to flood the market, right? So it's balancing everything out. Now, when it comes to where we're at now, we're at 2.8. This is the lowest I've seen in months. This is the lowest I've seen in a very long time, which is very weird for December, actually, on top of that. So when it comes down to it, the months of supply is dropping, so there's less options to choose from. So to buy a house, what are you gonna do? There's no competition. Now, as we see more homes enter into the market, we're going to this early spring market as we leave this wintertime. Typically what happens, there's a lot more homes available for purchase. So what happens is buyers will just not buy that house and they'll go buy this other one. You can wait a week and there'll be another home that comes onto the market. But for the last pretty much year, there just has been no other home coming on the market. It's been maybe weeks, not months, but maybe weeks before you see another property in your price range that you want to purchase. And when it does come up, if it's something special, everybody else has been looking too. And that's what's keeping the prices high. So now we're going to answer the question, if I'm a homeowner, should I purchase? As always, if there is a specific detailed situation that you have, there's a link in the description that you book a discovery call, we can go over your specific situation. But ultimately, if you hold a home and you're looking to purchase, right now actually looks pretty good, because what's happening is you're getting more buyers coming out from the winter time. Less people are looking during Christmas, things like that. And now we're coming into this spring market. This is where people are starting to do their taxes, think about how much money they've got coming back for refunds, stuff like that. So you're gonna have a bigger buyer pool. And you'll see month over month over month, all the way up until the summertime, the property values typically are gonna go up. So it's going to help you get a bigger purchase, but also the buyers and the sales also go up. So it's prime for purchasing. Now, on the other side of that, if I have a home and I'm looking to sell, I'm probably going to need a place to stay. I'm probably going to buy. You're buying into that same market. So as a buyer, what's going to happen is typically you're going to have more options, but also you're going to have more competition. And the biggest kicker here is that there's this rumor, who knows what'll happen, the future will tell us, that the rates are gonna come down. There are gonna be some Fed cuts. If that happens, either way, if you have a home, you can refinance. And if you're purchasing, you can purchase at that lower rate. But ultimately what happens is if you're buying and selling, most of the time it's a wash, unless you're really jumping from one place to another, as far as like different states, different markets, I should say. But ultimately, when you win as a seller, sometimes you lose as a buyer and vice versa. So if you're looking at buying and selling, everybody's situation is different. You just want to make sure that it's right for you and your family. And typically what I find is the X factor, because the numbers usually wash. The X factors typically is, hey, this drive to work is better. Or, hey, this house is better because I can work from home and I'll save money that way from having to go into the office, because this has the extra bedroom that I can use, or it has the casita so my mother-in-law can stay, or it has better insulation so my electric bills are cheaper. So typically those are the X factors when it comes to actually moving in and moving to a different property. So if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Again, link in the description if you have any questions about your particular situation. Till next time, Charles with Exp Realty, Team Kimball. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.